Let's talk a little bit about barriers to filing, mostly with the veteran. So again, we'll talk about the three different layers of veteran support. You have the veteran, you have the veteran supporter, which could be a family member or not a family member. A lot of times a veteran supporter is just somebody that's allowing a veteran to live on their land, live in their house. I know people that have been taking care of Vietnam vets that have been living on their land, either in an outbuilding or something, for over 50 years and just never knew that you don't know what you don't know of taking a veteran down to a vet service center. We're talking over 50 years of Vietnam veterans being in the crooks and crannies of society, living under your bridges, working in your factories, being angry, going through divorces, having bad relationships with their kids possibly. A lot, not everybody, all right? Not every person, not every veteran out there is having the issues that I'm talking about. I don't want people to think that all veterans are bad. This channel is to reach out to veterans that this pertains to, okay? A huge percentage of veterans, just like the World War II vets, they got home, they went back to work, they grinded it out, they maybe joined a club or something where they could go, where other veterans were, and they could talk and have somebody to talk to behind closed doors, to confide in. But are they going to confide in you, a civilian that hasn't been there, that doesn't know what they're talking about? Probably not. But again, the barriers at the veteran level, the veteran supporter level, and then the family or concerned family member level. So barriers at the veteran level, we're talking about, let's look at the connotation that just adding disabled to your resume. Not a lot of people want to have that connotation if you're planning on being a functional member of society. You get out of the military, you did 4 years, you did 6 years, you did 10 or 20 years, and now you're going into your second career. A lot of veterans, active duty service members and then transitioning service members and then veterans on the outside, they believe that there's this connotation of having disabled. Well, you know, I'm 30% service-connected disabled veteran, or 50 or 100%. And I would tell you from my perspective, filing for a service-connected disability rating is on you. How much you give that information to your employer is up to you. You don't have to share that information. Sometimes that information can help with a job. There are employers and business out there that are looking for veterans to hire. There's benefits to some businesses, tax-wise, program-wise, for them to hire a certain percentage of veterans and have that many veterans on the books. So there are ways for veterans to get jobs that actually other people can't get. So that's having the disabled or having a 30% or 50% or even 100% service-connected disability rating. It's not going to harm you, but if you're one of those veterans that you just don't want to have that on your record, again, we're going to make some videos of how that one affects you, can effectively affect your spouse and your children when it comes to benefits that they can get when you pass. So another veteran barrier is survivor's guilt. What is survivor's guilt? The veteran as a service member, transitioning service member, and then now a veteran, while they were in the military, they saw or did or even didn't do certain things that caused them either physical trauma, mental or emotional trauma, and they're out. They saw what combat does to a person. They may have witnessed the death of their friends within their unit, and it doesn't even have to be the guy to their left or their right. When you deploy with a company or a platoon, 120 men or 30 to 40 men, yes, we want to bring everybody home, but that's not how it works. And a lot of the guys especially if you have guys that were in IEDs. We're talking OEF veterans or Vietnam vets with amputations, life, limb, or eyesight. You see guys without eyeballs, you see guys without pieces parts, and guys come home and they're whole bodied and they have survivor's guilt because of the things that they saw and did or didn't do. And they just refuse to go down and try to get any benefits because of that survivor's guilt. Well, I don't deserve it. And then that rolls us right into the third one, which is I don't want to take any money out of the system. I probably don't deserve it. I want that money to go to somebody more deserving. And that's a misnomer. That's a fallacy. When you as an individual out of high school or whatever time you join the military and you sign your name on the dotted line to do bad things to bad people and to give your life away for this country, for the 99% that don't serve, the money's allocated there for your life insurance policy, for your health, for your dental, for your vision, for you losing limbs, whatever it is. And when you come home a whole person, but inside you, you start to decompartmentalize a year or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 down the road, and it starts to come out, and now it's affecting your job, your ability to make money. It's affecting your marriage, your ability to keep your house together. It's affecting your relationship with your children. That's not a good thing. So in my opinion, it's better to go after the service-connected disability rating, do an assessment of yourself head to toe, which I'm going to teach you how to do in a future video, and honestly go to a VSO or work with, while you're transitioning, you're in that Soldier for Life program or the Ranger for Life program or whatever program you're in as you're transitioning, take advantage of. They're going to put you in front of a VSO at some point in time, and they're going to ask you, what do you want to file? Do you have anything to file? A lot of these guys with survivor's guilt, or they don't want the connotation of being a disabled veteran, will go ahead and just go, nope, I don't have anything. I don't have anything to file, and they'll get out. And you'll hear me say this many times. In that instance, depending on the percentage of disability that you should be getting, a lot of times, yes, you're paying. The veteran always pays. But when you look at the spouse and the children, the not direct, but the people that are influenced, right? AOAI, area of operation, area of influence. Your AO, your area of operation is you, your body, and what you got going on. But you're not looking at your AI, your area of influence, which is your spouse and your children and your house and your job, your family, that's affected by your anger management issues, your mood control, you going through 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs, you getting divorced and remarried, and the whole thing with the kids. All right, the fourth reason that I believe a lot of veterans, and I've heard this many times, is that veterans don't end up getting a service-connected disability rating or filing either when they're transitioning or even as veterans for several years after they get out, is if I was supposed to be issued it, if I was supposed to have it, I would have been issued it. It's that, like, if they wanted me to have a rifle, they would have issued it to me. If I was due 10% or 30% disability when I got out, I would have been given that. And that's not how it works. The campaign of misinformation, sorry to tell you, is the information's there. It's just not given to you. Nobody told you that, you know, when you lost your arm, it was worth $60,000, TSGLI, Traumatic Service Group Members Life Insurance. Or if you lost an eyeball in combat, it's another $60,000. When you returned from Iraq or Afghanistan in a helicopter or a fixed-wing aircraft, and you were taken to some medical facility in Germany, Ramstein, Landstuhl, and then flown back to the United States, that every 15 consecutive days that you were in the hospital was worth $25,000. Nobody's telling you that information, okay? And there's a lot of benefits that go along with that for transitioning service members. I'm talking about, all right, SGLI transitioning into VGLI, service group members life insurance transitioning into veterans group life insurance. A lot of people don't know that. What are the benefits of that? Survivor benefit plan. A lot of people won't sign up for a survivor benefit plan. They don't understand how important that is. Survivor benefit plan means benefits for your spouse. If you're a retiring veteran, you're getting a dollar value every month in a retirement check, and then you pass, and now you're leaving your spouse half of whatever your retirement is. So it's basically a quarter of what you were getting paid when you were in the military. For any spouse or family member that's out there taking care of a veteran, take a look at that person that's driving you where you need to go, maybe housing you, maybe feeding you, and say, what am I leaving as a veteran? What am I leaving the person that's taking care of me or the family members in my house? And that's where some of this stuff pertains, okay? In my case, I'm a 100% service-connected disabled veteran. I received my rating, even though I got out on 31 October 2009, I made a horrible mistake of moving to Germany, which took me beyond. The last time I paid into the Social Security system was 31 October 2009. I just found out I only had till 31 December 2014 to file for Social Security disability. And now, that was when I was 39 39 to 44. Now I'm 54, thinking that that blanket of security or that net of security would catch me when I actually got to the point where I felt like I can't work anymore. My pain issues are too much, and I'm just dealing with too much. I'm not going to work anymore. Now's the time to file for Social Security disability. And I've just been told by the Social Security Administration and the lawyer that I tried to appeal with that I don't qualify. So at 54 years old, I'm no longer eligible to file for Social Security disability. I want you to take that knowledge and I want you to apply it toward your filing for a service-connected disability rating as soon as possible if you know that you deserve one. If you have degenerative disc disease in your lower spine due to your lower spine being the fulcrum between your 100-pound rucksack and your upper body and your lower body when you're dive, duck, dodge, and dipping in the combat realm. Okay? Lower back pain, arthritis in your ankles from rolling your ankles who knows how many times with 70 to 100 pounds on your back. All right? Tinnitus, ringing in the ears, hearing loss, anger management issues, emotional control issues, memory loss. Big one. Memory loss can be a sign of either PTSD or TBI. So a lot of these things roll into a realm of what am I actually filing for, and I'm probably going to follow this video up with another video that talks about, now that I know where to go, who to see, and what to take to that meeting, how can I prepare the information that I need to understand what I should be filing for. So if you're looking for another video to take a look for, take a look and see if I've already posted how to assess myself and figure out what to file for a service-connected disability rating for.